Well, this is a big deal for the Palestinians. Certainly, I was at the Beytunia checkpoint where these 11 Palestinian prisoners were returned to the West Bank. When you meet members of their families, the well-wishers there, of course, they see these men as heroes of the Palestinian cause. And really, they felt that they have been in prison for an extremely long time, most of them about 20 years or so, and they feel that this release was long overdue. This is, of course, the first round of several releases that we're expecting Israel to make as part of its agreement with the Palestinians ahead of a resumption of peace talks. 104 Palestinian prisoners in Israeli jails, most of them who have served these long sentences, are expected to be released in the coming months.
And, as we're speaking to you, we're just looking at the pictures, many saying that Mahmoud Abbas, a Palestinian president who is seen embracing these prisoners, it's going to be a huge popularity boost for him, and particularly pushing him at the centre point of this peace process.
Well, I think that is true to some extent. Certainly he sought to make political capital out of this release. Those prisoners were whisked off from the checkpoint where I was watching them to his presidential compound here in Ramallah, and there parties are taking place and the big family reunions. That's being shown, of course, widely on Palestinian television. Similar scenes in Gaza taking place. Hundreds of people there turned out to greet their loved ones who were returning through the Erez checkpoint just a little earlier. And this is a more difficult situation there for Hamas, which governs Gaza and is, of course, the political rivals of Mr. Abbas, and they have been speaking out against these peace talks. But still, I have to say, despite this prisoner release, there is a lot of scepticism on the Palestinian street after we had this announcement at the start of the week that the Israeli government gave its final approval for the construction of 1,200 new homes in settlements in East Jerusalem and the West Bank, land that the Palestinians want for their future state. And then there's also a lot of scepticism on the Israeli side. Even the Israeli cabinet's been very divided about this prisoner release. Of course, while these men are received here as heroes, and by the Israelis they're considered to be terrorists, people who have blood on their hands.